The Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment continues to advance its commitment to inclusive national development with the convening of a high-level consultation focused on the formation of a national faith-based association. The session held recently at the ministry's conference room brought together representatives from over 10 religious denominations from across St. Lucia, all unified in their desire to strengthen collaboration and community outreach efforts through a cohesive and representative body. The consultation marks a pivotal step following the National Faith-Based Symposium held in April, where religious leaders collectively advocated for a broader, more inclusive association to work alongside existing faith-based bodies such as the Christian Council. Highlighting the ministry's efforts for this initiative and reflecting on how the consultation builds on earlier recommendations and expands faith-based involvement in national development is the Deputy Director of Social Transformation, Kendall Elva.
The ministry has decided to facilitate the formation of a national association for all faith-based organizations in St. Lucia for a number of reasons. Firstly, the ministry held a national faith-based symposium in April of this year, and one of the recommendations which came out of that symposium was that the faith-based leaders of St. Lucia are of the view that there is a need for a national association comprising of faith-based organizations. There already exists the Christian Council, which is made up of 4 denominations. However, the individuals who were at that symposium felt that it has to be a more representative body that speaks on behalf of all of the faith-based organizations in St. Lucia. It is not that you would not have the Christian Council, it will still be there. But there was a significant recommendation that they want for more faith-based organizations to be represented when there are consultations, when there are activities which require the services or the inputs of faith-based organizations in St. Lucia.
The meeting not only fostered administrative planning, but also facilitated valuable connections that can have an immediate impact. One faith-based leader shared on how the session opened unexpected doors for practical collaboration. Reverend Floyd Hilleman, pastor of the Ancillary Pentecostal Church, shared his perspective on the power of such engagements.
I think it's good to have persons like myself, representatives of various faith-based organizations on the island that interact with people from the wider society, regularly, weekly, how often they do. So they're quite familiar with some of the challenges that people face. And you can have, one person doesn't have all the solution to the problems. So if you have persons of like-minded, you have the same kind of challenges, and so you can be able to share your various experiences and maybe come up with some solutions. There's an issue that we have been faced with for some time, and I was actually looking for someone. We were looking for someone. We weren't sure, who we could contact, but during this time, during the short session that we've had this morning, I was able to contact someone that can really help us a great deal.
Beyond its structure, the emerging faith-based association is expected to actively address social issues like crime, youth disengagement, and declining community values. Ras Levi Paul Francis of the Nyabenghi House Foundation of Rastafarianism reinforced this vision, highlighting the vital role of faith-based groups in nation building.
The reason for forming, the importance of the committee is to keep us more focused as far as our delivery mechanism is concerned, as far as the youth development is concerned, as far as humanitarian policies are concerned, and the many things that is happening within this country, whereby we could address it to be better. For example, crime, the youths and them, they have lost focus. So we're trying to retract people, the youth, and to have things in a better atmosphere in relation to godliness is concerned.
The ministry will convene a follow-up session to review the draft constitution and finalize the framework for the association's operational launch. Once established, the association is expected to serve as a vital national partner in the ministry's ongoing mission to build community resilience and deliver inclusive social support across St. Lucia. From the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, Chevroy Marius.